There are so many great games that we look forward to every season. Most of them are in-conference showdowns, but a lot of them are non-conference battles between two powerhouse teams. There are a lot of great games this season, with a lot of the best coming in week 1. Here are some of the best games on the schedule for the first weekend of the college football season. Before we get to today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. If you're watching this video, odds are you love college football, and odds are you aren't subscribed to my channel, so make sure to subscribe to one of the best college football communities here on YouTube. We'll kick things off with, in my opinion, the best matchup of the week, as number 1 Georgia takes on number 14 Clemson. Hopefully this game is a lot more exciting than their matchup from 2021. If you remember, both those teams opened up the 2021 campaign and Georgia won with a thrilling 10-3 final score. Yeah, if you watched that one, it was brutal. Well, this game should be really intriguing and hopefully a lot better. I am really high on Georgia this season as they're my national championship pick entering the year. Plus, it's going to be really interesting to see how Clemson looks. It's been a while since we've seen them make the playoffs. Now, they haven't been bad, they just haven't been as good as we've grown accustomed to. Will they be a playoff threat this season? We don't know. Well, having to face Georgia in week 1 is certainly the test for them. Who knows, this could be a potential playoff rematch later in the year if things work out for both of these teams. Number 20 Texas A&M hosts number 7 Notre Dame. This is like the former Duke Bowl. You have former Duke head coach Mike Elko, who's making his Texas A&M debut. Meanwhile, Notre Dame's starting quarterback is former Duke quarterback Riley Leonard. Notre Dame opens up the season as a top 10 team, so clearly the voters are really high on this Fighting Irish squad. I personally think they're going to be great as well, as Riley Leonard, in my opinion, is the best quarterback they've had in quite some time. The post-Jimbo Fisher Aggies are going to be a fun and interesting team to watch. This is a team that clearly has the talent, but they just seem to fail every year. Well, with a brand new head coach, it's a brand new era for them. Plus, they get this game at home with one of the best home field advantages in the entire country. I'm sure Kyle Field is going to be rocking, and this game will live up to the hype. We have an in-state battle as number 19 Miami heads to the Swamp to take on Florida. I was actually really surprised when I learned that Miami and Florida haven't actually played each other since 2019. This is the first of a home-and-home between these two programs, so hopefully this game is going to deliver. Miami is ranked to begin the 2024 season, so they clearly have a lot of expectations. They have a brand new quarterback in Cam Ward, who can hopefully be the guy to lead them to an ACC title. Meanwhile, with Florida, you have a team with the hardest schedule in all of college football this season. No, seriously, if you haven't seen what their schedule looks like yet, pause this video, go to Google, look up their schedule, and come back to this, because this schedule is actually insane. I'm excited to see Graham Mertz this season and what he can do for this Florida team. I'll tell you one thing, whoever wins this game, we're going to put way too much stock into it, and we're already going to be calling them a top 10 to 15 team in all of college football. The next game up on this list is a game that actually takes place on Sunday, as number 13 LSU faces number 23 USC in Las Vegas. I'm pretty certain that the higher ranked officials for the NCAA asked all the AP poll voters if they could vote for USC to begin the season, so this matchup will look a lot more intriguing as it'll be between two ranked teams. Because in my opinion, no way should the Trojans be a top 25 team. They lost a lot of talent this offseason, including their star quarterback. And the same could be said for LSU, who lost their Heisman winning quarterback and star wide receivers. These are two of the biggest programs in the country, so I'm personally bummed that this game is in Las Vegas. I mean, can you imagine if this game was in Death Valley or at the Coliseum? It would definitely be one of my more anticipated games for the entire season. Instead, it's going to be at a stadium with absolutely no aura, so this game just won't be as special. Despite that, I'm still expecting a very fun matchup. If USC somehow shocks LSU and wins this game, things are going to get very interesting in the AP poll the following week. Everyone is super excited to see how Colorado looks in Deion Sanders' second season, but they have quite the matchup to begin their 2024 campaign. Like a lot of teams in week 1, their opponent is an FCS team, only this isn't some random school you've never heard of. This is against powerhouse North Dakota State, one of the best programs in all of college football over the last decade. Although it's been a couple of years since they won the FCS championship, championship, this is still a damn good team. The Bison come into 2024 ranked as the number 2 FCS team in the coaches poll. I think Colorado is going to be better than they were last year, but this game won't be a walk in the park. It's going to be interesting to see how the new look Buffaloes perform to kick off their season. It seems like more than half the team came over in the transfer portal this offseason, so they're going to look entirely different from 2023. Colorado should still pull off this victory, but considering the spread is only 9 points, there's a strong chance that North Dakota State can hang around and even win this game. Before we get to the rest of today's video, I'd like to share with you guys how you can make the college football season more exciting and even win some money. I've partnered with Underdog Fantasy once again to bring you this amazing deal. If you download the Underdog Fantasy app and use promo code Harris, they'll match your first deposit up to $1,000. Yep, you heard that right. They're giving you up to $1,000 of free money. You can choose your favorite players and decide whether or not they will go higher or lower than their season projections. I've made a couple already that I'll be following all season long, and you can join me as well. So to add a little extra excitement to every game and every snap and win some money, make sure to use promo code Harris for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Again, they're giving you up to $1,000 of free money. You guys can also sign up using the link in my description as well. Number 8, Penn State opens up their season by going to Morgantown to play West Virginia. Both of these teams opened up last season as well, with Penn State winning by 23 points. There's a lot of hype for this Penn State team in 2024, as evident by their number 8 ranking to begin the season. The Nittany Lions got off to a hot start last year as they began the season 6-0, but a 2-2 stretch ended their chance at a Big Ten title spot and a playoff spot. Still, this is going to be a really talented team who is once again going to be in the playoff discussion. With that being said, I don't think we're going to see another blowout this year, as West Virginia really turned their season around after that loss to Penn State. They closed their season winning 9 of their final 12 games and were one of the hottest teams in all of college football. Not a lot of people are talking about West Virginia being a true contender in the Big 12 this year, but if they can kick off their season with a massive upset against Penn State, they could really be on track towards a fantastic season. Number 17, Oklahoma State begins the season as one of the favorites in the Big 12. They too get to begin their year with an FCS opponent. Only it happens to be the best FCS team in the country. They welcome the back-to-back FCS champion South Dakota State Jackrabbits to town. Since losing to Iowa by 4 points in week 1 of the 2022 college football season, South Dakota State has won 29 consecutive games. I know that they're an FCS program, but this team is damn good. Oklahoma State is expected to have another big season. They played in the Big 12 title game last year and finished with 10 wins. They finished off their season by winning 8 of their final 10 games. I think the Cowboys are going to have one of the top offenses in all of college football this season, and they can be a potential playoff team, but having the back-to-back FCS champions coming to town as your opening game is a really difficult matchup. The final game on the week 1 schedule I'm going to be talking about is number 9 Michigan hosting Fresno State. Now, the Wolverines are a 21-point favorite in this game, so it's not really expected to be all that close. The reason it's on here is because I'm looking forward to seeing how Michigan looks this year. They just won the national championship, but lost so many key pieces that this is going to look like an entirely different team. I mean, the defending champion is opening the season ranked number 9, and personally, I don't know if that's too high or too low, but we'll see how they look in week 1. Now, I know I just said it's a 21-point spread, so this game is likely not going to be all that close, but Fresno State is no slouch. They won 9 games last season and were even 8-1 to begin the year. Prior to that, they won 10 games in back-to-back years. All I'm saying is that Fresno State is a good enough team where I wouldn't be surprised to see them hang around and really make this one interesting. Well, that wraps it up for today's video. Which week 1 game are you looking forward to the most this weekend? Was there a matchup I didn't include in today's video that should have made the cut? Whatever game it is, let me know in the comment section down below. Before you leave, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications if you're new to my channel. I'm going to be posting college football videos every day during the season, so make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. It helps out with that YouTube algorithm and helps share the video with more college football fans. Plus, it only takes a second to do. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.